Happy Sunday, everyone. So I've been seeing a lot of posts on social media that say that this is the last quarter of this decade. And it's kind of been blowing my mind, but it's also been making me think about how I personally love fresh starts at the new year, and it's the perfect time to get started with whatever goal we have going on. But now I'm wondering, how can we leverage the last quarter of this decade to propel us even further come January 1st, 2020? So instead of waiting for a fresh start, a new year, a new month, starting right now and putting ourselves in the best position possible to succeed come January 1st, 2020. So I know that I have a very specific savings goal that I'm working towards by the end of this year. And I think one way that I can propel myself into 2020 and start on the right foot with that goal, or just with any particular savings goal, is by exceeding the goal. So if I'm on track to hit it, how can I exceed it? How can I take it one step further? So come December 31st, 2019, January 1st, 2020, I'm in an even better position to focus on the next goal. So I challenge you all and myself to think about how we can really take this last quarter of this decade and propel ourselves to true financial success come January 2020, all of 2020, forever on. So a few things that maybe you could do to help propel yourself to financial success is hi Lucy, thanks for tuning in. You could get a budget in place, and maybe that seems too daunting. Then list out your bills and expenses. Everything you know you spend money on a monthly basis, list all of those out and get a general idea of what you spend on those things. Another thing you could do is set up your high yield savings account. We should not be saving money in general Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, normal bank accounts. We should be saving our money in high yield savings accounts so that we can make more just for having our money be in those accounts. Synchrony, Ally, American Express Bank, those are all great options. Yes, Lucy, make a real budget and stick to it, right? So there's two pieces to that. Make the budget. So that's kind of step one. And the easiest way to do that, understand what you owe, understand what you spend, and then see what's left over, if anything. If not, you need to either make more money or cut back your spending. But at least you have that roadmap, and that's when you can start sticking to it because you know where your money should go. But going back to some ideas of how you can leverage this last quarter of 2019, of this decade, to get yourself set up for success in 2020, set up your automatic savings transfers. So get your high yield savings account open and get an automatic transfer set up. $5 a week, $5 every 2 weeks. It does not have to be this grand, large amount. It just has to be consistent. Another thing you could do is think about how you can bring in more money. More money is just going to help you reach your goals faster. So what can you do to bring in more money? Have you been wanting to start a business? Have you been wanting to do Uber? Have you been, wanting to tutor? Anything that you can do to bring in extra cash is going to help you reach your goals faster. So those are just a few ideas of how I think you guys can leverage the rest of this quarter to propel you to success in 2020. Something I'm going to do is really take a look at where I'm spending my money. I'm very good with budgeting. I have my budget down to a T, but I do overspend. And while I am able to stick to my savings goals and reach whatever goal I set, I need to exceed that. And the best way for me to do that is to, reduce the discretionary spending, just like I teach. So I got to take my own teachings and implement. So that's what I plan to do. Drop a comment if you're watching the replay. Let me know what you think about this being the last quarter of this decade and how you plan to make the most of it so that we can all succeed in 2020. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend or rest of the weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.